It is time to beef. Let's get it. This guy's going to set the tone. Rome, how am I supposed to beef about things at work if you don't allow us to have bathroom beefs? Yours, Matt in L.A. Eric in Castle Rock. Jimothy, my beef is with the person who says, living the dream. If I ask, how are you doing, and you respond with that, you are a tool. Because I know for a fact you're not living the dream, pal. You're on the verge of a mental breakdown, and you're the type of person who would serve jail time for assaulting a fast food worker if they mistakenly gave you a Diet Coke instead of a Coke Heavy. If you say you're, quote, living the dream, you need therapy. Eric in Colorado Springs. Romy, my beef is with Coach Dingleberry. The Cardinals are never ready to start games. They always start behind. And his clock management and game time decisions are not good. Below not good. Get better, Cliffy. Pete in Phoenix.
Not good.
No way, a straight sports beef. Rome, my beef is with Renaissance festivals. A bunch of gross, fat, middle-aged losers dressing up like knights and wenches. Keep your sicko fetishes in your trailer homes, fatties. Court. Nice job, Court. That's the leader in the clubhouse. I like that. When I was a kid, I always went to the so-called Renaissance Fair. It was in Agora in the 818. It was hot. The only thing I remember aside from the trailer home fatties and the knights and the wenches, the churros were badass. Good lemonade and good churros. Kid, I always did that. Hey, Jim, my beef is with LinkedIn. Everyone on it is so fake and pompous. The site serves two purposes. One, for bags to brag about how they're better than you. And two, they're for guys who have not talked in forever to come out of the blue like your best friend and try to rope you into their latest pyramid scheme. John in Erie.
Hey, John.
Ward James in Portland. Come on!
Come on!
I mean, wouldn't you say that about any online platform? Rome, my beef is with James in Portland. When he first started calling the show, he was like hemorrhoids, only more annoying. But credit where credit is due. With each call, the man ups his game in a big way, and damn it, he makes me laugh. The cognitive dissonance that this has caused really pisses me off. Life was a lot simpler when I could just despise his ass. Tom in Virginia. James, my man. It's impossible to hate. My beef is with the passengers in boarding group C who hover around the gate in an attempt to cut in front of the previous boarding groups. Sit down and wait for your group to be called. Better yet, check your bags. Pat in Salem, Oregon. Darin in Kuna writes, my beef is with the habanero sauce that was evidently still on my fingers when I took a leak. Hashtag ready, aim, fire. I said no bathroom beefs. That's a bathroom beef violation. At Wrong Rush 1 tweets, my beef is with celebrity athletes in commercials doing normal things. You expect us to believe that LeBag spends his days at the cell phone store. Or Ketchup Mahomes is passionate about insurance. Stop it. Mahomes? Dear Jim, my beef is, it's my Friday guy. We all know this guy. He rolls in on a Wednesday, proudly announcing it's my Friday, and proceeds to tell his trapped coworkers what his plans are. Sincerely, calling in sick on Monday guy, Mike and Hemet. Hey, Mike, they're not trapped. Chalk is off the next 2 days. Some of them are not trapped. James, my beef is with my coworkers who make fun of me for wearing and smelling like sunscreen. We don't work in an office. We work outside. I'm sorry that I'm not tougher than the bleeping sun, you kooks. Mike in Minnie. I like that. You're on the podium right now, Mike. Romy, my beef is with my boss. constantly asking me to come into the office for meetings. Hey, buddy, I work from home. Buddy, can't we do this over a Zoom call? I would rather not drive 35 minutes to meet for less than an hour and then come back home. Look at Amber in Portland with a straight take. Rich writes, my beef is with smug waiters who interrupt my lunch with clearly food on my plate and dishes out with the, are we done with lunch yet? Or are we still working on our lunch? Listen, bag, I'm not having lunch with you. I'm not working, and I'll let you know when the hell I'm done. I like that one. Rome Slice. What's my beef? Whistling booger guy. It's bad enough to have to hear you struggle to breathe heavily through your nose. Now I have to listen to that high-pitched squeak every time you inhale. Blow your damn nose. Geoff and Lincoln. Wisco Jim. My beef is with these cringy, uncomfortable television commercials dealing with sack trimmers, time of the month panties, or ladies' deodorant for their musty downstairs workspace.
The panties.
None of these are things I want to see at 6 in the morning trying to eat my breakfast. Wow, Patrick in Alabama. Matt in the 604 writes, my beef is with kids fundraising with anything other than cookies or candy. Unless that magazine subscription or wrapping paper assortment comes covered in sugar, I don't want it. Signed, diabetically yours, Rit.
Freaking ridiculous, right?
John Turgen, Rome. My beef is with the living the dream beef guy. I love beefs in response to beefs in the same segment. My beef is with living the dream beef guy. Of course we're not going to say we're ready to rip somebody's head off and have a mental breakdown. It's the equivalent of I am fine. He's got a good point. That works for me. I'd much rather hear living the dream than I'm on the verge of a mental breakdown. Yeah, I know. I don't want to be a hypocrite. If there are issues, you should be able to tell people close to you that there are issues. Let me just say that. Jimmers. I know if it starts with Jimmers, I know who it's from. Jimmers. I've got beef with the pair of skid-stained panties that reported my Raiders tweet. Look, son, the next time you get butthurt by an innocuous tweet, or any tweet for that matter, go ahead and slide into my DMs. I will send you one extra heavy menstrual pad to cover your eyes and 2 super absorbent tampons to shove in your ears. Put the pacifier down, have mama warm a bottle of breast milk, go back to your crib, gum a teething ring, and take a nap. Abigail, an acrimonious Diego. Wore love from the jungle and the Jimmers. Abby? I don't say this about very many people. In fact, you should really only say it about one person. Otherwise, the phrase doesn't work. But I'll say it on your behalf. You are one of one, Abby. And I mean that in the best way. There is no lady clone. There is no clone, I don't think, like Abby. Who else can write that? Who else can write that and send that? Who else can get away with that? Abigail. All right, let's go to the phones quickly. We go to Bob in L.A. Like I said, who knew? No, wait, Bob has a beef? Bob in L.A. Bob, what's your beef?
Hey, okay, Jim. How about this beef beauty? And it's happened to you as me. You're driving along in your car real nice. You got your stereo on and everything, and you're not paying attention. And bah, out of the air comes 2 nice blasts of a car horn, scaring the crap out of you. Anyway, Jim, it sounds real to me. And I've almost got...
No. You don't like that car.
What the hell was going on there?
not a very good call.
Hey, Bob, hearing things is not a beef. Trying to compete with whatever you were trying to compete with is not a beef. That's kind of a California thing. Here, if somebody hits you with a horn, it's a reason to go. In some northeastern cities, it's a way of life. It's not personal at all. Here in Cali, if somebody hits you with a horn, it's a reason to go. You learn that fast, right, Chalk? You learn that, right? But I've told this story before, but I live near a roundabout, and there are so many a-holes that either don't know what yield means, don't give a damn what yield means, thinks that yield does not apply to them. And I drive this roundabout every single day, so I know how to drive it. There are idiots who don't, who blow right through. And if I don't take a defensive stance and I go aggressive on the gas, we'll crash. And it will be their fault because they've got the yield. I lean on that horn for like 10 minutes. Garrett in Norcal. Garrett, what's your beef?
Rome, how's it going?
Good, dude.
My beef is with pizza companies not having that little tiny plastic table in the pizzas anymore. I don't know if it's just me, but it's been like 5 years since I've seen one. Not on top of my pizzas all being messed up, I lose out on the wonderment in my children's eyes. As, what the hell is this little table doing in this box? That's all I got. I'm out.
I like it. So not only is your pie coming with all your cheese stuck to the box, but you miss out on all the wonderment from your kids asking, what is that little table doing in the box? That's actually a great line. Let's go to Geoff in Virginia. So far, so good. Geoff, what's your beef? Yo, Geoff, go ahead. You're on the air. What's your beef? No, you're not.
No.
It's too bad. He had a good one. Portland, Maine. Bill in Portland. Good to have you, Bill. What's your beef?
Hey, what's going on, big guy?
What's up, dude?
Big props to the hygiene commercial beef. That was I almost lost my train of thought on that one. But my beef is with y'all on the West Coast hiding under that Pacific Standard Time Zone thing. I mean, by the time y'all are rolling out of the rack, I'm already on my fifth lunch taco. It's ridiculous, Jim. What, you guys are the last in line. Just do better. Set your clock.
Do better? What, you can't? Do I have the power to change the time zone? Can I affect the sun? Do better how? Hey, bro, I guarantee I'm up and grinding before you've gotten to your fifth taco. And I'm in the PST. Or PTS. PTZ. Not bad. Not bad at all.